I think at some point I was like, oh, I've bought all these other watches, I might as well buy the watch like I really wanted.
Okay, this is exciting. All right.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm one of Marcus's friends. I'm a software engineer. I also cycle through hobbies a lot. It's kind of my thing, but I also collect watches. Oh, I feel kind of grounded when I look at it. It's very low key, and I guess I've just like been through a lot with it. So I go surfing in it. I've like climbed outdoors with it. I've like hiked really dangerous terrain with it. I guess people don't really like using their vintage watches like that, but I feel like it's an Explorer, so you have to explore with it. When I look at my watch, I feel pretty content because I think the Explorer is like a really simple looking watch. I want to say that it was my first job watch, but it really isn't. I bought like a couple of first job watches that I like don't really enjoy anymore and like don't have anymore. When I was in high school, I really liked this, like the 1016, because it just looked really cool. I think I read a Houdinki article like when I was in like high school, and it was about the 1016. I don't really remember which one it was, but I just really liked the design of it. It was really simple and low key, and the whole like Everest story, even if it's not true, it just like seemed really cool. So that's kind of like where like at some point I was like I should just get it, and since then I have been using it a lot. I'd probably say that it's my most worn watch, like by far from all my other ones. I had a service like the day right after I was born, where they replaced the dial with another tritium dial. So all the yellowing in this dial is like consistent with my age, I guess. Yeah, I actually can't imagine. I can't imagine like not having a 1016 in my collection. Mostly because it's really versatile, and I've had a really easy time like wearing it with whatever I'm wearing. Yeah, whenever I like go do anything that's like even remotely explory, I like try to wear this. I guess there was this hike in Hawaii that I did that I honestly didn't want to do originally. Um, and like basically it's like to describe, it's a passage that's maybe like 2 feet across, maybe 1 foot across, and it's like a ravine on both sides. And I think I was like particularly scared during like one of the down climbs. So on top of it being like particularly dangerous, you have to like climb up and down like 3 ridges. And yeah, I think at some point I was like, wow, I could slip and fall, but I'm glad I have my watch with me.
So why don't you tell me a bit about the other watches that you have here today?
Yeah,
And yeah, why do you have more than one watch?
that is a good question. I would like to be one of those people who only have one watch, but it's really hard because it's nice to have variety. So I kind of like vintage watches in general because they're smaller. So like this is my 3800. People online will say it's 37.5 millimeters, but they're lying to you because that measures like this diagonal here. But it's really like, it's like definitely my smallest watch and the smallest watch that most people like generally see. But it's a really cool Nautilus, and I got it when I first moved to New York. So it is my New York City watch. I guess I can basically, yeah, I can just refer to these watches based on the cities. This one is my, I don't really go to Mexico City that much, but this is a Mexico City watch because I wanted a Universal Genève, and I just bought it there. Mostly because like I got a raise and I was like, oh, maybe I should get like something to commemorate this, even if it was just a raise that brought me to a previous pay point that I had at a previous job. But I just wanted to celebrate something, so I was like, I'm gonna get this because I wanted to get it for a long time. I guess because this is the Kyoto, I can call it a Kyoto watch. I've been going there a lot this year, and yeah, it's pretty cool. At some point, I had a very maximalist approach to collecting in which I would just buy things that I liked. But I think I'm the type of person to not enjoy, like, if I own things and I don't really use them, and this applies like more than just watches, it's like literally anything. I'm like, oh, if it's in my closet, it like kind of takes up my like headspace. Uh, so I really don't like having watches that I don't really wear. That applies even, I have like Casio that I like also wear pretty frequently because I'm like, I don't want it to like sit and collect dust. So I try to keep, these days I try to like keep a pretty mindful like number in my collection where I could like reasonably wear all of them. I guess like the object of something that I've like liked for so long too before I actually got it. So when I have it, I'm like, wow, I don't really need that many more things, because even if it's so simple, it like has brought me so many memories and like happiness. I think the biggest piece of advice I would have would probably be to figure out what you like and not kind of do like things because other people kind of like them too. So like, just because I like these things doesn't mean you guys should go and buy them. Just because I like small vintage watches doesn't mean you should like small vintage watches. But kind of like try to feel how a lot of the watches make you feel, and like figure out which ones you like the most. And most importantly, you don't need to own things that you like. There's a lot of watches that I really like visually, or like based on how well they're made and things like that. I like don't feel the need to own. Although there are watches that I also would like to own, but yeah. So yeah, appreciating is not the same as needing to own it. It's the biggest thing.